And we can talk about data and statistics along the way. You guys were talking about how one of you was saying that, men leave more. So right now, like Pew Research data just dropped, where 60% of men from 18 to 29, it's not even like they want to date anymore. They're single and they're not looking. So we're dealing with a very small pool of men, which means we need to be wise. But I'm sorry, but I don't think any of y'all know how men work. Because the way that I'm hearing you guys talk, it's like two different worlds. From our perspective, it makes a lot of sense. But we have Brian here, we have the cameraman. Men operate on a completely different spectrum when it comes to relationships. And I'm not an expert, but I do have a YouTube channel. I interview wives on purpose that have been married 20, 30 years, much longer than myself. And I do that so women can get an education, because a lot of this stuff, like, this is just sad and heartbreaking to me. I want nothing but love and hopefully children, if you guys want children too. But it's like a problem. So there's another thing that's coming up too, right? So 45% of women right now from ages, I want to say 25 to 44, they're projected to be single by 2030. Like, we're not dating well. This is scary. I'm concerned for my child. So, I mean, I know not to be all philosophical, but I'm like, holy crap. Also, there's something wrong with California. Like, I highly recommend moving. Like, leave this place.
I agree. I think California guys are possibly not where it's at, but I also find your statement incredibly condescending. Because you just said that we are dysfunctional for not being able to commit to long-term relationships, but then also just said that men are not looking for relationships. No. I completely agree. So how is it dysfunctional to not commit yourself and be in a long-term relationship when you can agree that that's also not what guys are looking for, and it's okay to not want to waste your time?
And I just wanted to hop in and say one thing. I think it was a really broad statement for you to say that everyone was dysfunctional. I personally am in a about to be 2 year long committed relationship. I have a ring, and I think that it's a broad statement to kind of like put that out, and it was condescending. I think that's not only are guys, not as much looking for relationships these days, but I don't think girls are either.
Right. So like that pool of men that I'm talking about, like the 60%, like those are nihilistic men. Right, so then we're talking about like the 40% of men that are looking for relationships, and that's like for the Pew Research data. The other perspective is like where it stands right now, only 1 in 3 and 1 in 5 men is even having sex in the first place.
I'm sorry, is this in America? Like,
yes, this is in America.
Okay, so all
like
in America.
I can show this all to you, like if you guys get curious, because I just like to educate women, because I want you guys to live full lives. That I would assume for a lot of women, you guys are looking for this romantic story, this kind of situation where you get to have a man to rely on and you get to have children with him. I'm happy to share all this stuff with you guys.
Why don't we ask them?